Everybody. My name is Elliot McKnight. Welcome to APBU's Breaking Down the Beat with Jetson. If you're not already aware, APBU is the community arm of the APB store, and we want to have a focus on education within the space. We believe that if you have a mind, then you are a student. So, with that being said, I'd like to introduce a very special guest. He's known for producing chart-topping singles for artists such as DaBaby, 21 Savage, Jack Harlow, Rod Wave, Roddy Ricch, Lil Key, and so forth. Coming from Columbia, South Carolina, he's definitely pioneering a completely new sound for the Carolina region as a whole and continues to do so with every single release. Y'all all know the tag, you know the sound, Metro to North, and tonight he is going to bless us all with the breakdown of some of his production and get into something brand new for us tonight. So without further ado, I want to welcome everybody to Jetson Made.
What it
After this, what's going on, bro? How you feeling, man?
What's up, my boy?
It's good with you. So we're gonna start off with a couple of quick questions coming from Sydney. You know, she's gonna ask a couple questions, and then after that, everybody we're gonna get into a beat from Jetson Made, and then after that, we're gonna have some more questions coming from the audience. Cool.
What's up, Jetson? How you doing today? I know everybody is excited right now just to be on the call, and I know a lot of people are going to be learning a lot tonight, so we're just going to get right into it. Just want to get a little comfortable and like get to know you a little bit. We know you from Columbia, South Carolina. Does that have a certain sound? Did that shape your music in any way? What was it like growing up in South Carolina? Of course, we got APB out there, so a big shout out to that, but just want to know a little bit about that and growing up.
South Carolina, it was, I don't know, we kind of like making a sound right now, so I can't even say we really got a sound, really had a sound, but growing up, that was cool because like everybody listened to everything, so, you know what I mean? It's like taking the best out of every world, so as far as like music, so it was cool growing up there.
And going into like your creative process and kind of actually being the wave, being that you are creating your own sound, what does that look like for you?
What you mean?
Like your creative process as far as getting into a beat, a sound, just getting into your own personal music. What does that kind of look like for you? And how do you get kind of inspired from that?
Oh, nowadays I just listen to music for real. Like if I see something or hear something that's hard and I like it, it make me want to go like make beats or whatever. So that's how I get my inspiration, just staying tapped in on what's going on.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Of course, that's what the people want to know and the people want to hear. That's very organic. And I think that's why you have kind of popped the way you did, because people can really relate to that. One of the things we did want to talk about was you staying true to yourself and how that works, and you staying true to your sound. How does that look like for you, staying true to yourself in this industry and being successful that way?
It mean a lot to me because that's how I became successful. So it's like I gotta stick to doing it. You know what I mean? So it mean a lot to me because I gotta do it.
Oh, big facts, of course. And what would you consider maybe your personal influences right now?
My personal influences, I guess, is just striving to be bigger, you know what I'm saying, and to get more success. But you know, like to be able to be successful, if you get to a certain level, you gotta go to another level. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we focus on right now, just leveling up for more success. That's inspiring.
Thanks. APB fam is definitely very hyped to have you here tonight. What are your ties with APB? The people want to know.
I spend a lot of money with y'all.
What do you look for when you go into the store? Do you kind of go to the sneaker aisle? Are you more an apparel type? Is there certain brands that you really rock with?
You know, we always like bait, you know what I'm saying? Me and my bros. But we ride with everything. APB always kind of like up on the new stuff, so I spend a lot of money with them. That's really the relationship.
Yeah, that's great. We love it. I know we really want to get into the music and kind of breaking down that and what that looks like. What tools do you use when you're going into making beats?
Not lately. It's just been like a mouse and a laptop. To be honest, I used to like use the keyboard a lot, but not lately. I kind of been on the move too much, so it's just like mouse.
Any favorite softwares or things that you use?
FL. I mean FL20. That's what
Is
we
that
on.
is that what we're gonna be using tonight?
Yeah, I'm gonna cook up on FL20 tonight.
Okay. Well, I know that's what we really want to get into.
Sure.
Yeah, we got to dive into that for sure.
Sure, man. I think that's a good time, man, to go ahead and open that up and begin to be where we're waiting on, man. Definitely would love to see that.
All right.
And in the meantime, everybody, I just want to let everybody know that if you have any questions or just anything in general, just drop it in the chat and we'll definitely, field everything so we can ask it after we get finished with this section.
Definitely. I'm just trying to pull it up real quick. It's showing up.
Yes, sir.
So really, I gotta send myself some loops. Everybody know I use a lot of loops, so we finna I gotta send myself some real quick.
Is that how you usually like to start with the loops, or you usually start with like drums?
Nah, I start with loops now. Okay. Usually like first class or desktop, like some of my buddies just send me loops. Usually first class, desktop, solo. You know what I mean? They send me loops. That's another way I be getting inspired now. I gotta hear some new stuff.
That's really dope. I don't know if a lot of people know about that. That a lot of producers kind of tag team, and then somebody come in with the loops, the sample or whatever the case may be.
Loops is the way. Loops is the way.
When did you start finding out about that? Have you always started with, making it and moving into working with other people with loops, or was it something that you was always doing?
Nah, I started with loops probably like 2018, probably like 2 or 3 years ago. Let me see. I might just run through some, like this is part of the process too. Like even before I start making a beat, like I gotta go through the loops because I gotta like find my vibe.
So explain a little bit what you just did there.
So basically, when I'm all right, I done took the whole day. I ain't make no beats, so I ain't been doing nothing. I'm gonna come out to the laptop. You feel me? I'm gonna go through all the little loops that I got. you know, so people basically loops is just like people who just sing music, like it's no drums, like really no structure to it. It's just a loop, you know what I'm saying? So it had like little sections to it, and I just listen to them. When I find one that I can vibe with, I put it in the FL, and I'm about to do what I'm finna show y'all. But I do what I'm finna show y'all. Basically, long story short, it's a quick little process from here.
And so right now you about to like chop up the exact part that you want?
Basically, I usually just find like one part of the beat in the beginning that don't have too much going on, and I just like loop it around and around so I can, you know what I'm saying,
Sure.
get the basis of the beat. So. Really, I switched the tempo because it's like a lot of my beats lately, I've been on like 130. I've been kind of like slower. So I just changed the tempo back so it give me a better vibe lately. And I'm cooking up with no speakers, so y'all gotta bear with me, but I'm still making it hard. So then usually after I get the loop, I go through it. I go through my drum and just try to like make it bounce. But I do it differently every beat. But this one I want to go hi-hats. So I'm gonna pop it off with the hi-hats real quick.
And real quick for everybody that don't know, like you just jumped to the piano roll, but just let everybody know what is that? What does that do for you, and how do you use that as you making your beat?
Oh man, it's just kind of like how you structure, how you like structure your notes or whatever. So it's like I haven't you'll see. Like a grid, it kind of showing you where every note hit at.
Right.
I just add a little extra notes.
And that's how you get that little stutter effect where it just like kind of double times a little bit. That's where you change it at.
Yeah. Kind of give them a groove real quick. Go through all the little claps or whatever. It's kind of up to you at this point. Like every beat different, so sometimes I might want to start with the 808s, but this one I want to start with the hi-hats and stuff. Basically after that, it's already a lot going on in the musically, so after that I really just put an 808 on it.
Okay.
I don't really want to do too much because it's like already a lot going
on. And how do you know that it's a lot going on? Like how do you know that?
Personal preference. You know what I mean? For me, it's a lot going on because I like my beats like open and simple. So.
Okay. And is that for like the artists to do their thing, or it's just like your personal?
Yeah, it's my personal thing. Okay. But that's what make a Jetson beat a Jetson beat. Like some other people like add a lot of layers to it and stuff like that. It's just for me personally, I like to let the artist be able to do whatever because I want my beats to be able to go to this person, that person. So I leave it open. You feel me? So
Also, you thinking business at the same time, like creativity is
like,
okay.
I mean, not even necessarily business. It'd be more so about the creativity. Like, I wanted to be able, I don't know, I just want all type of people to be able to get on it. I don't want it to have like a certain lane that it can only go into. Cause there's been plenty of beats that I done made for a rapper and somebody that got on and singing, and then vice versa. So I like to have that spice. You know what I mean? So now I just match up notes. So I lied though. I'm finna speed it back up. It sounded too slow.
What changed? What changed?
It's just when I put the pattern that I wanted on it, it just wasn't what I wanted. It didn't sound right slow. Copy and paste the same little. Sure.
And you just like, yeah, okay. Pretty much spreading the drums out across the whole sound.
And then now I can do whatever I want to because I got like the basis of the beat. I just kind of like off of preference too. Like you just go through it and hear like whatever you want to do on it. I kind of want to just leave it repetitive, so that's why I ain't taking too much out of it.
And talk a little. I want to say I noticed that you changed the notes for your 808s, you know, and I don't know if a lot of producers know that, like how to change the, like basically have different notes for your 808s. Like how important is that to your process and to like the overall like product when you're done with it?
That's really what you. For my process, it's extremely important, but it's not always a necessity. So it's kind of like everything else. Really, when you get on this program, bro, everything is really about your personal preference. You feel me? Like it ain't really a necessity, but sometimes it is a necessity. Right? So it's kind of very depending on what you want to do with it.
Okay. No, that definitely makes sense.
Yeah. But after that, I'll just take like this one little section and then just repeat it a couple of times. And then voila, beat really done. Just like that. Gotta save it though too.
Gotta save it for some.
Gotta save it. I done lost so many beats not saving it.
Man, talk about that, bro. Like, talk about the pain of losing a beat, like something crazy that you made, and just like you ain't save it.
Too many, but I like to keep my computers like I'm having all my old laptops. I don't get rid of that, like, cause I done lost so many beats before. It's just not it. You feel me? Like, cause you'll never know. It might be a beat you get placed, and then you didn't switch laptops, but all the sessions on another laptop, so you really gotta keep everything. So,
so you just literally got like old laptops just in case.
Every beat I didn't made, I got it.
That's next level. That's crazy.
So when do you usually get inspired to actually be like, yeah, I'm about to make a beat right now? Like, are you usually doing something? Do you just have like a time frame?
Usually I'm doing something. For the most part, I'll be hearing some. Like what's crazy is like I get some good news about some music or something like that. Like, oh, such and such got on this beat, and this finna drop, and I'll be like, man, I gotta go make beats, or I'm finna go to the studio with such and such, or such and such just hit me with some beats. Like, let me go cook up. Like, that always inspire me. Like when I know something good finna happen, like it make me just want to work more. Honestly.
And who are your some artists that you like working with, or that you've enjoyed working with? Some of your favorite artists, even to just listen to.
18 Vino though. 18 Vino, like he been making like the best music to me. Like that's who I had the most fun with in the studio. 18 Vino, PG Raw. Who else I like working with in the studio? I don't know, it's a lot of people.
But anybody you want to work with that you haven't?
Who do I want to work with that I haven't worked with yet? I still want to cook up with Timberland. We've been supposed to cook up, but that's who I really want to work with.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So that's something in the works that you already talked about, you said?
Yeah, we didn't talk about it a bunch of times. We just keep missing each other. But Timberland for sure. He was like one of my big inspirations when it came out, like my drums and all that. So for sure, Timberland. Cause only reason I say Timberland, cause I know we're gonna make some hard beats, like to this day type situation. So that's what I want to do.
Who you think that he made the best beats for? Out of everybody he worked with? Cause you know it's Jay.
I like
Justin.
I like the most stuff he did. I like the stuff he did the most with Missy Elliott, for real.
Facts.
That was probably like the best stuff, like most creative stuff. But he got hits with everybody, so you know, he a legend with the beats alone. But as far as a whole song, probably him and Missy Elliott for sure.
And how did you link up with Timberland? How'd that happen?
Just the internet. He was just tapped into what I was doing. So he tapped
so in. He just reached out?
Yeah, like he just hit me up. He was like, bro, you remind me of myself. Like when I started out.
Oh, that's huge.
Wow. Yeah, that's crazy. That's what's up, man. So when did you start actually getting into beats? Like around what age?
Like 13.
You remember what it was like? You remember like, okay, maybe I'm just gonna play with this, like, cause that's pretty young.
Nah, I knew it was kind of like me. I was at that stage in life, like where I was trying to figure out what I wanted to be in life. You know what I mean? Like high school it's kind of like setting you up for life. So everybody in school talking about, oh, I'm going to college for this and that. So I'm trying to figure out like where I wanted to be in life, because I always kind of just been ahead in my mind. So it was just like I knew I wanted to do something, but when I got to high school, I knew I couldn't do college because I ain't like going to class. So the only other thing that I really like to do was music. I never liked sports, so it was only music. So when I finally like start actually working with artists and stuff like that, and making good music, that's when I knew I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do.
Okay, and we do have just a question to piggyback off that. When you were coming up in the city, were there any studios that you hit up or were you just all maybe straight out of home?
I went to Quantum Beats on Decker. Yeah, so I used to leave school and go to the studio, like literally, cause it's literally like right across the street, down the street type deal. So I used to leave leave school and go to the studio.
All right, we're gonna start fielding some questions from the chat, and I believe the first question is coming from Nico Dominguez, and he wants to know: have you ever used Looperman, or do you get certain people to send you loops?
I just get people to send me loops. I never use Looperman.
All right, that's a bet. Then the next question is coming in from Jalen, and he basically wants to know about any tips on how to get placements or figuring out how to work with rising or bigger artists.
Getting placements. I mean, well, I answer both of them. Getting placements, the best tip I can give you is to tap in with people who are actively, like who are heavily active musically. So a lot of people, what I mean by that is like people who dropping a lot of music, people who are getting a lot of placements, like figure out how to tap in with those people. You got to be around the people who you want to be like. So you got to figure out how to, you know what I'm saying, work with the people that's on the level that you want to be on. And then as far as working with artists that's upcoming, just tap in with the people who you listen to who don't got a lot of following, or like even the local people in your city or something. Tap in with them. As far as like working with upcoming artists, that's the best way.
Sure. And the next, you got to say it. You got it.
Okay. No, I think there's probably a few people that would like to probably ask questions. So if you do want to ask a question to him, just raise your hand in the chat. If your question gets approved, we'll go ahead and let you ask him yourself. But we can run down maybe a couple more. I know a lot of people are excited about this right now. We just really appreciate you being here tonight with us.
For sure.
Yes, go ahead. And if you guys do want to ask a question, go ahead and type it in now and raise your hand so we can unmute you.
All right. Bet. So who do we want to? The next person was Gnarly Reen.
What's up? Yeah. That's my boy.
A word. We're gonna let him. We're gonna find him in the group real quick and let him ask. Where is he at? Still in? Oh, there we go. All right, now I just asked you to unmute. You can go ahead and jump in and say whatever you want to say. Nala, you there? Yo. Well, his question that he wanted to ask was basically about what your first placement was and how'd you get that?
You said it one more time?
He was asking about what was your first placement.
My first placement was Slime by 21 Savage and Young Nudie. That was my first placement.
How did you get up with them?
A buddy of mine was like rocking with them, so he was rocking with Nudie, and he got Nudie email for me, So I sent him some beats, and then he ended up recording on them, but him and 21 tight. So I guess 21 liked the song, got on it, and he put it on his like the tape that kind of like popped him off in the streets. So that's what kind of got my ball rolling a little bit.
Oh yeah, those are definitely some big names. I'm sure a lot of us heard of. So that was probably big. We do got another question from Nico. So we're gonna go ahead and unmute him.
Yo, what's going on? Can you hear me?
Yep.
I think one of them in the chat was just like, what is your favorite go-to plugins when you actually make the melodies?
I think my go-to when I'm making melodies, I like electrics a lot.
Electrics. I know I seen you use a lot of Purity.
Yeah.
You like using the bells and the organs.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a big influence. But you have anything else that you like Electra?
Yeah, I like electric. That's really it. Electrics and probably Purity. Electrics and Purity.
True. I appreciate that.
So what you use?
Well, I was using Omnisphere, but it's too much. Like, it's a lot of different sounds. So it's you kind of get bogged down in like, oh, this could sound nice. This could sound nice. So
yeah, I was liking Omnisphere, but it was too much going on. Like, it made my laptop slow and just too much.
Yeah, I got a MacBook and that shit, that don't got that much memory in it. So like I had to delete it off and I had to get a hard drive.
Yeah.
So right now, just like I've been using a lot of Purity because it's like low CPU, like you said.
Yeah. Get you a solid state drive though too.
You got a what? So
solid state drive, like a solid state instead of a hard drive.
What
solid state. Like hold on, I'll show you, matter of fact.
Where appreciate that.
I'm gonna show you what I mean. But basically, like, this is a hard drive, right? So you kind of see it like it's thick.
Yeah.
You can hear stuff in it. Basically, these will break. But you get a solid state drive. It's little, it's small, but it's weight. This is the hard drive that they put inside of computers. So this is way more sturdy, it's way more reliable than a hard drive because they'll break. That's why these are a little more expensive, but they're gonna last you way much longer.
Yeah, and is it just for files or can you run programs off of it?
Nah, you can run files. Kind of like how I do it is I down, because usually your DAW is kind of like the file size small. So really what you need to do is download the actual DAW on your computer and then run all your sounds and like your libraries through the hard drive.
I see. I got FL downloaded. Like I got FL and Purity all downloaded on the computer, and then I got the hard drive for like the files, actual beats.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, just get you a solid state and run all your libraries and everything through the solid state, and then just keep the DAW on your computer. You'll be good.
And you use a Windows computer?
Nah, I'm back on Mac right now.
You like Mac? Okay, because I'm using Mac too.
I like both of them though, to be honest. I like Mac a little bit more right now because I can work Fruity Loops on here quicker. So it's like in like 10 minutes, really in like 20 minutes, I can make a beat down, bounce it out, and then put it on Dropbox. You feel me? And it'll go straight to my phone. I can send it out. So it's like that's kind of like why I like the Mac a little bit more because it's more compatible with my phone and stuff. So I can do stuff faster on it. You know what I'm saying? Versus the Windows, you gotta use email and whatever. It just be too much.
Yeah, the Mac you can just airdrop it to the phone. True. Word. And have you ever used like any other programs other than Fruity Loops, like Ableton or what was it?
I started off on GarageBand, then I was using Logic. So I did GarageBand, Logic, then FL.
Okay. Word. Appreciate that.
For sure.
Oh yeah, that was dope. So we do got a little order coming up. Next we got London with a question. And after London, Kennedy, you'll be next.
Yo, y'all can hear me?
Yo, what's up, fool?
Go ahead and unmute your mic. You're muted, London.
I'm in London. Got my beef.
Yo, how much for that beat you just made?
Just hit my DM.
I bet. On IG?
Yup.
I got you.
All right, for sure.
Good question.
That's how I be able to come spend money with y'all.
See, listen.
Got like them bangers.
On the feature, I see it. All right, Kennedy, you're gonna be next, and then we're gonna have Cody. Cody will be after Kennedy. Okay, so Kennedy says she has a loud background. So wait, what's your question? Go ahead and type it in one more time. We're gonna let Cody speak, and then I'll circle back to you, okay? And I'll ask your question.
The question was, what about a collab with NGYL?
What do they mean by what about collab? Like, would I ever collab with him?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we just dropped a song called Sweet together. Probably like 2 months ago. But we definitely gonna do some more stuff though. So more collabs in the future.
Bet. Nice. Next we got Cody.
Yo, you good? You hear me?
Yup.
Yo, so bro, I was gonna say, what was that one placement where everything transitioned, like when it shifted for you and it wasn't the same no more?
What's up, my boy?
What's happening, bro? You good, man?
Right, tell them I be coming. Tell them
No,
now.
always. But that's bro. You know it's love, bro. Even before you was where you was at now, and I respect it now because I honestly feel like everything we carry in APB, you can get placement. I mean, you can get seated for, and you still come through and show love. So I respect it, bro.
For sure. But to answer your question, really, I think that the placement that changed everything was probably Should, to be honest. That was like the song that put me to like this level right here. You know what I mean? Probably Should. You can hear me, Brody?
Oh yeah, that was good. Yeah, shook with that.
My fault. No, I had got muted again, bro. So now I remember a time when what was it? Was it Sorry for the Wait 2 at Wayne? Like you had got a placement on Wayne mixtape, but it was an unofficial placement. And this was before you took off. Like, what was that like for you, bro?
Man, I was good. It got me like, bro, my whole career been like stepping stones, bro. Like every point I can remember like every point that got me to this point. You know what I mean? So I kind of like look at everything like the same. But that was a pivotal point in my career because that was the point that I knew I was finna go. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, stuff lining up too good for me. Like I know something big finna come. So that was like a motivational step for me. You know what I mean? It ain't really do too much for me for my career, like publicly, but behind the scenes, that was like a time I was like, you know what, I'm finna keep going. Like I gotta go harder because it's finna happen for real. So, but me having that attitude is what, you know what I'm saying, kept me going. So it all worked hand in hand with each other.
Oh yeah, it's always good to have like confirmations when you're on your path. So I know just even if it didn't do anything externally, internally, I know you probably was feeling real good about that. So yeah, those count, man. Yeah. So next we got Xavier, and then we're gonna have Thomas after, okay?
Hey man, what's up?
What's up, bro?
So my question was just about, like, I know drill has basically been taking over waves. Can't say specifically when, but I know that's been a thing for a bit. Just wanted to ask, I guess, what other musical trends you've been noticing and how you've been incorporating those trends, if at all, into your work.
I ain't really been paying attention to any trends. I really haven't been listening to music, to be honest. Like a lot of new music that's out to the masses because it's just a lot of stuff going on as far as like with the streaming and stuff and all that. So everything kind of like started to sound the same to me. So I don't really listen to the trends and what's going on. So I don't really know anything about drill music or like trendy stuff. Like I don't even pay attention to it.
Oh, okay, man, that's cool. I've heard like similar opinions from like different artists who also say like they don't really listen to current stuff.
Nah, you can't. Well, I'm not gonna say you can't. Just for me, I can't, cause it just make my mind go all over the place. Like I fell in love with music like when it was different genres and it wasn't no stuff like that. So now everything kind of feel like the same. So I try not to listen to it.
Yeah, and a lot of them say too, they usually just go back to older stuff.
Yeah, for real. I go listen to music from the 90s and stuff like that. Like I don't listen to new music.
Okay, that's what's up. Yep, we got a couple more questions from a few more people in the chat. Next, we got Thomas, and then we'll have Gnarly Reem. Thomas. Okay, we can move on to Gnarly Reem. Just put in the chat box, Thomas, if you still got a question. But Gnarly Reem, you're up next, and then we'll have Tashawn. You're unmuted, Gnarly Reem.
He said his mic isn't working, so we might have to read it off. Can you type your question in again, Gnarly?
It says, which studios in Atlanta do you recommend for networking purposes?
It's kind of weird now because all of them shut down for COVID. So I can't even really say right now. Because, you know, they don't want people to network. So it's like social distancing. You don't know who in the studio no more. But before it was really like 11th Street. That's what I was going to.
How has COVID affected your music this year, or how you've kind of networked and worked with people? Have it had a big impact on it, or just, you know, minor things?
Not really, because the people who really working, like they still working, you know. So if anything, it was kind of better. Like we made a lot happen during the COVID.
What's up?
It was kind of good. It was kind of good for business, for sure.
Nah, that's what's up, man. That's good to hear, because, you know, it's been a crazy year, but if you can still get work done, that's always great. So, thanks. We're gonna have Nico, and then
it's Tyshawn.
Okay, Tyshawn, and then Nico, and then we can probably get in one more after that. Tyshawn.
No, what's up, bro?
Not much, man. How you
Hey,
doing?
this dude went to high school with me. On God, like we was in, wasn't we in music production class together?
We were, and y'all always be in that little studio.
I'm telling you, like, we've been working. How you been, bro?
Can't complain, man. Woke up this morning.
Yeah.
Good.
You always been smooth, dude. You always been smooth, man. Bro, it's good to see you, though, my boy.
Usual.
Sure. What's up, though?
What advice would you give on networking with a family member that's a 2-time Grammy Award-winning engineer? Would you move out to Atlanta after graduating high school and be his intern to get your foot in the industry and just hustle on the side?
I mean, it depends on what you want to do. Like, if you gotta figure out, like, what's your end goal. So, like, once you figure out, like, your end goal, if it add up to you moving to Atlanta and going to being an intern, then do it. If it don't add up to your end goal, then don't do it.
I appreciate the insight.
For sure, bro. Stay up too, my boy.
Oh, you as well, Jetson.
All
right. Okay, that was what's up. Next, we got Nico, and then we got J Fresh Pre.
Yo, so my question was, were there any other producers in South Carolina that you like working with or you see coming up?
Yeah.
Like, who's up next?
Man, Nico First Class. Just South Carolina, like Nico First Class. I like Money Made Music. And TNT, Taj Money. Yeah, probably
I've noticed some of your songs, they got that I Mix Nation.
Yeah,
is that engineer?
Yeah, engineer.
Okay, that's what's up. And next thing, so talking about the South Carolina producers, I noticed you got like a little group. What was it, Space Boy?
Big Group.
Big Group, yeah, Big Group. My bad. Yeah, Big Group. Yeah, how did that happen? How did that start up, and what's the vibe with that?
Those are my bros, to be honest with you. Like, everybody who, it was just, I wanted to create like opportunity for like my homeboys to be able to do the same thing I was doing. So we just made Space Boy. You know what I mean? Just something everybody can live through and live under. You know what I mean? So
word. And do you see yourself collaborating with other producers around South Carolina? Because I know Super Mario is also, he's gotten good placements.
Yeah,
Drake and all them.
Super Mario got a bunch of beats. We got a bunch of placements too. Okay. Yeah.
Word, yeah. And last question, do you like working more in the studio or do you like working more from at home, like where you by yourself, you can create by yourself? Or do you like the studio vibe with the artist?
It's different vibes. Like when I want to create a song, I like to be in the studio with the artist, but when I'm just trying to like vibe out and make beats, I like the crib. But to be honest, bro, I like everywhere equally. Like sometimes I want to be at the crib, sometimes I want to be in the studio.
Word.
Yeah.
Good looks.
Thank you, Nico. And we do appreciate you taking the time out. We do got 3 more questions and then we'll wrap it up. We're gonna go J Fresh P. I'll ask Kennedy's question and then we'll wrap it up with Ron G, okay? All righty.
What's good, Jetson, bro? Hey, J Fresh, man, Hot 103.9 right here in the Met.
Yes, sir.
Quick question, bro. Like, of course, you've been grinding for a minute. You've been doing your thing, right?
Yep.
And, you know, you talked about the placement with Suge.
Yep.
You know, and you just talked about that one was the one that transitioned everything.
Yep.
Have you had a song before that or even after that you just feel like will be that next transition or that one that's taking you there? Or even further?
After that or before that?
Even before, either one. Did you have a song before Suge that you still feel like, hey, that one can go? Or do you have something after that? You know, something.
You in Columbia, so you know what's going on.
Right.
You remember Deezy McDuffie?
Oh yeah. DSMW, yep.
Hey, Yay Long, right? You remember Yay Long?
Yeah, long, yep.
That was a song that turned me up in the city, right? So
Right.
with Yay Long turning me up in the city, that's what made the baby hit me up. So that's how I got the baby placement off of me doing Yay Long. And then off of me doing the baby, that's how I did Roddy Ricch and Jack Harlow, etc. You feel what I'm saying? J. Cole, all that off of that placement. So those, I think before it was J Long, then we had Suge, then we did Was Poppin'. Like Was Poppin' took me to that next level too. Cause that's kind of like, that's 2 hits, 2 years back to back. You know what I mean? So it's that kind of like, Suge put me in the game, Was Poppin' like locked me in though. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's for sure like I made hits. So
you got a few that we play. You got a few that we
yeah,
play.
I know. Man, I need y'all to be tapped in with some more of the local people. Y'all been doing better though, for
So
sure.
I was telling Ace that, man, like me and Ace go back on some sneaker stuff, bro. I was
Yeah.
telling Ace the same thing, bro. So
Yeah,
and of course,
we should tap in though outside of this, bro, and put something together because I want to do a lot, like so to kind of like I feel like if we all get like on the same page, man, the whole scene will be way bigger. Like
say no more. I just try to peep what I'm from Florida, Miami to be exact, and a lot of stuff that we do local down there, I could definitely see it for the Met.
Yeah,
Or the Carolina.
and we got a whole market. We got a whole nobody ever blew up. Artist wise,
Right.
nobody didn't blew up from Columbia yet, from South Carolina, period. You feel me? So
right. I just was talking to Black Zach. Just was talking to him.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
You know what I mean? We got a whole wave going on. We got some young, talented people getting money, you know what I'm saying, and making good music with a whole bunch of people who gonna listen to it. So we can definitely do something bigger.
Say less, man. I'm hit the D. All right, D.
All right, my boy.
All right, say less.
Thank you, Jay Fresh P. I'll be asking Kennedy's question. We have a big election coming up, and we see the injustices happening in this country. And the way we see the way 45 is, how was an artist?
Your screen kind of breaking up. I can't even hear you like that.
How is an artist with a huge, can y'all hear me fine?
Nah, I can't. So
okay.
That question though.
Okay. Let me go ahead and restate it. Okay. We have a big election coming up, and we see the injustices happening in this country, and we see the way 45 is. How, as an artist with a huge platform, can you help spread the importance of voting or just bring awareness to the injustices happening in this country right now?
I think the best way to do it is to promote it like you would promote anything else. If you on your platform. So if you get a new pair of shoes, and when you get a new pair of shoes, you take a picture with them to show them off. You should go to a voting poll or show some type of way that you participating in voting. You know what I'm saying? Post that on your feed as if you would post anything else. I think that's the best way to promote voting and get it across and have it be effective. I think you should just use your platform like how you already use it and just incorporate that.
Thanks. Okay. And we do got one more question. We're going to wrap it up with Ron G.
Yo, can you hear me?
What's up?
What's up, bro? First off, congratulations on the success, bro. I know it ain't easy coming out this little mud down here. But
where you from?
I'm from Charleston. Well, Somerville, by way of Charleston, Goose Creek.
I stayed in Charleston for like 1 year.
Where you stayed at?
I stayed in Goose Creek like 1 year in high school and then like my freshman year in college.
Where you went to Goose Creek High?
Yeah, I went to Goose Creek High.
You probably know a lot of my people then. For sure. But shit, my question was, what do you think the hardest part of navigating the industry? Some of my little buddies, they do rap.
Yeah.
And they think it's just gonna be easy. And I know a lot come with that shit, niggas trying to dick ride, hoes, everything. what was the hardest part about trying to break through and
I
staying?
think for me personally, it's just, man, like mindset, like trying to like balancing everything like in my mind. You feel me? You still got to be a regular person. Then you still got to think, like you got to think about what's best for yourself while you think about what's best for your career, but while you think about what's best for your relationship with somebody else, whether it be your mama, your girlfriend, your homeboy. So it's like, it's a lot. You got to balance it. So that's probably like just been the hardest part for me. You know what I'm saying? Just figuring out that balance. That's gonna be the key to your success, because you got to be able to know, have that structure. You know what I'm saying? To be able to, okay, I need to do this. I don't need to do this. I need to do that. Like that's really the biggest part about it. But for me, it's balancing that.
For sure. And my second part of that question was, can you speak to the importance of keeping a good, solid team around you? I've been watching you. I'm a big fan. So I've been seeing you keep the same guys. Your buddy's been around you, you know what I'm saying, since the jump. So,
yeah. Man, for me, that's been the most important thing. You know what I mean? Because it taught me a lot. And it was a blessing, because it's like, you know, I keep people, personally for me, the people around me is people that I done known for about 10 years now. So it's like, I trust them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just like, it's been a good learning experience, and it's been a blessing, you know what I'm saying? Because it probably didn't save me from a lot of stuff.
For sure.
And it taught me a lot of stuff, so.
For sure. And kind of a third part, I don't really do the music, but I know a lot of people, I network heavy.
Sure.
Speak to the importance of like managers and A&Rs and shit like that.
You gotta have those. Like, you gotta have those, because when I was talking about balance, that's one of the key things that's gonna help you balance. You feel me? Like, you gotta have people that's gonna help you. You know? Like, if you stand on the balance beam and you got 100 pounds of bag and you 50 pounds, and over here it's 100 pounds, you gotta get rid of 50 pounds. But you gotta have somebody be able to get on them bags too. You get what I'm saying? Right. So it's like everybody play an important part. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
The managers and A&Rs, man, they perfect, because it gives you more time to be yourself. You feel me? You use your manager, you use your A&R. I can sit in here and make beats and not talk to nobody and this and that person, but my manager, when I wake up, my manager gonna have a deal for me.
Right.
And not gonna have a placement for me. Right. All my paperwork gonna be set up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's a blessing. You gotta have that.
For sure.
And that good team.
Yeah. But shit, I mean, when y'all put this shit together in the city, I got a lot of little artists, and they dope. You know what I'm saying? They're real dope. I forget buddy.
I like Phil, Warren, not Warren.
Phil, Long Money Phil.
Long Money Phil.
That my boy, yeah. From the West. He from the West.
He probably like my favorite person out of Charleston right now.
That nigga nice, bro.
Yeah,
nice.
Bro.
Yeah. Nah, but when y'all put that shit together, you and Buddy, I forget Buddy's name. I think he's from the radio station.
Yeah.
When y'all put that shit together, I'm gonna try to link with Buddy. You know what I'm saying, and because I'm trying to do that shit too, and I play the manager role. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
For sure. But stay up, bro. Stay blessed, and keep at that shit, bro. Word.
For sure.
All right, Ron, appreciate you, man.
No.
I'm about to wrap everything up. I just want to say thank you, Jetson, man. We appreciate you coming through tonight and really, like, dropping the knowledge, speaking with the people on behalf of APB. We really enjoyed you, and it's a great honor for us to have done this tonight. Last thing would be, like, do you have any last words, anything you want to, leave on the people before you head out?
Keep working. That's it. Don't keep working. Invest in yourself. Keep working. Tunnel vision. Keep working. Times 10. That's like the best. That's the best thing I could tell.
Sure.
Tell anybody on here.
Facts. And that being said, man, I'm about to ask everybody that's on this Zoom right now to turn your camera on, because we about to do a group picture, man. This is important for us. I appreciate everybody come through. So everybody turn your camera on right now. Jay Fresh, Giovanni, Nico, Thomas, Ace, Kev, Vanessa, Ashley, Marley.
Yes.
On. Come on, man. Jada.
They in the bed, sleep.
Oh, man. Come on, man.
They got to get up, man. Come on, Jada.
Yeah. Yeah, Vanessa, Ashley. Gnarly, where y'all at, man?
And they kept it, man. Let's do it.
Oh, Kev, man. You know, okay. Remember that, Kev. I remember this one. But I just want to say before we're gonna take a quick picture real quick with everybody. Also, just to reiterate, you know, Pete dropped in the chat. We're gonna be doing more of this as time goes on. We appreciate you coming out tonight. If you want to stay up to date with what we're doing, please make sure to follow APB Store. And if you want to keep up with Jetson Made, make sure to follow him at Jetson Made. Sit. All right. So 3, 2, 1. Everybody get a pose, get a little pose. Got it. All right. Appreciate y'all, man. Good looks. Y'all have a good evening. Y'all be safe, man. You know what I'm saying? Put y'all mask on, get your alkaline waters, all that, man. Eat your fruits, and we all good. Have a good
man.
Appreciate you, man. All right, man. Peace.